grace of God, King of England and of France, Prince of Wales and Lord of Ireland!
Do you really think it's true that he's landed?
Yes. He tried once before.
What will he do?
March towards London. And Uncle Richard will raise an army and march to meet him.
Oh, being shut up here in Yorkshire, it'll be 5 days before we know what's happened.
We know what will happen. Disaffected Welshmen, banished men, riffraff from Brittany. With a following like that, what chance has Henry Tudor got?
But if Henry Tudor wins and you marry him, you'll be queen.
He won't. How could he? He's got no real claim to the throne. Only his mother's royal descent, and that's through a bastard. His claim isn't even as good as Warwick's.
Nor is my uncle the king's.
Slish.
Elizabeth, I don't like Uncle Richard.
Oh, yes, you do, Edward. Don't you remember? Uncle Richard said he'd bring you a hawk.
When?
When he comes again.
Let them see him naked. Let them see King Richard.
Do you think he's dead?
Dead or fled?
Ouch! That hurts like the devil.
You'll be all right. Just be thankful you didn't lose the hand. What had happened to your shield, anyway?
I dropped it.
God save us. Oh. There you are.
I never thought it would be.
What?
Well, such a muddle.
Well, what did you expect? Everyone riding along in 2 straight lines like a tournament?
No, but I thought there'd be more. Well, I mean...
Half the time you don't know what you do, mean.
Yes, I do. I mean, you don't expect something so confusing to settle who's going to be king of the realm.
It isn't settled yet. It's all right, it's Lord Lovell.
Has he got anyone with him?
2 men-at-arms?
The Lord Chamberlain of England, reduced to 2 men-at-arms.
That, dear brother, is more than we managed.
Yes. Why did he want us to meet him here? It isn't safe. Surely we ought to be getting into sanctuary.
There's plenty enough time for that yet.
Well, I hope so.
Look after the horses. Humphrey.
My lord.
The Earl of Lincoln not here.
Were you expecting him, my lord?
I sent a message to him. I don't know if he got it. Thomas, how are you?
Well, I got rather a bad...
He's all right, my lord. What news of the king?
He's dead.
We heard he'd escaped.
Well, he could have. We tried to get him away, but he saw Henry Tudor in the battle and galloped down to attack him. Oh, that damned temper of his. This time it's done for us all. Is there any food here?
Not much. The Duke of Norfolk's men were billeted here. Thomas, go and see what there is.
Yes. Baines!
Norfolk's dead.
Yes, I know. How did it happen?
Oh, God knows. Northumberland held off and Stanley joined Tudor at the last minute. But that wasn't the whole of it. As we marched to meet Tudor, our men fell away. As he marched to meet us, men joined him.
Why? Why did they join him? The Lancastrians, I can understand that. Henry's the last Lancastrian heir, such as he is. But the Yorkists, what have they got to gain?
Have you ever seen Tudor, sir?
Yes, in the battle. A white-faced, filleted fellow. He won't last.
Meanwhile?
We do what we can.
With King Richard dead, I don't see what we can do.
Stafford, explain to your brother that Richard was not the last Yorkist heir to the throne.
I only meant that...
What did you mean?
Nothing.
Now be quiet. We don't even know where Elizabeth of York is.
She's in Sheriff Hutton Castle in Yorkshire. Richard put her there with the Earl of Warwick.
Imprisoned?
Kept safe. We're not interested in her. Now, Richard named the Earl of Lincoln as his heir. Now, Richard's gone. Lincoln is our man.
I think he's dead.
Uncle?
No, we'd have found his body by now.
So we don't know.
Is this what you wanted, my lord?
Is that the proclamation?
My lord.
Yes, just one moment, Oxford. The King's pleasure, yes. Prisoners who undertake to keep the King's peace are free to go home. Fox, put something else in there. Are free to go home with their horses and armor.
Very well, my lord.
We'll have no spoiling of those prisoners who submit.
No, my lord.
We must find out whether Lincoln's alive or dead. Don't forget, Richard named him as his heir.
He named him my mother's heir, too.
Yes, he did. All her land, her money, and her property.
And the crown as well. You know, Uncle, as far as I'm concerned, he's unlucky on both counts.
We must get to London, my lord. As soon as possible.
Yes.
We must take possession of the tower.
Yes, now those names, Master Secretary.
He means to lodge there.
Duke of Gloucester.
Yes.
Well, it is the safest place, if we can get there.
Earl of Surrey.
We don't know what we'll find between here and London. If with Lovell still at large, why wasn't he captured?
Yes, not very
Lovell's a dangerous man.
John Lord.
Even Richard used to say so.
To the usurper, every man is dangerous. To the true king, no one is. Sir Robert Brackenbury's Lane, yeah?
Right. Do you want the Earl of Lincoln included in the Act of Attainder?
No, not yet.
So that's the Duke of Northumberland, the Earl of Surrey, and Viscount Lovell.
Northumberland never moved his troops against us.
No,
But you're not releasing him.
no, Uncle. Not until we find out why he didn't. Who is that, Oxford? Fox?
Sir Robert Willoughby, my lord.
Willoughby?
My lord, the Earl of Lincoln's escaped. Sir Giles Daubeny pursued him, but he says he lost him beyond Stoke Golden.
Well, we'd better send some troops out to look for him.
No!
We must find him, my lord, and discover what he means to do.
If he means to give us his allegiance, he will find us. If not, we'll know very soon.
We shouldn't stay here. It's too near to Bosworth. Well, he might send a troop out to look for us.
No, not they. Henry Tudor will need to go straight to London. And if he wants to get there safely, he'll need to take his whole army with him.
What will he do when he gets there?
Repeal the Act of Attainder that makes him and his uncle traitors. And pass a new act making us traitors instead. Humphrey, your brother doesn't like being on the wrong side of the law.
Do you think he'll marry Elizabeth?
Tudor? Yes, of course. That's the first thing he'll do. Give himself a claim to the throne. He certainly hasn't got any other claim.
Lincoln should be here by now, unless he's dead or captured.
I told you I saw him leave the field. I sent a message after him.
He may have submitted.
Why should he? He's nothing to gain by it and everything to lose. What's that?
A troop of horsemen.
Get out of the way. There's a banner, but I can't. Yes, it's the old Lincoln.
Do we call him, Your Majesty?
Not yet.
Bring a light here.
Lovell?
Yes, my lord.
Who else is there?
Humphrey Stafford, my lord, and his brother Thomas. Sit down, my lord. Thomas, pour some wine.
No, thank you.
Oh, come, sir, just a little wine.
What is this place?
A farm belonging to the Abbot Sante.
A clean cup.
You're safe here, then.
The steward was with Richard.
So, you'd be well advised to take sanctuary.
How about you, sir?
What do you mean?
With the true king. Whoever he may be.
It's true about his having landed.
Yes.
Who's landed?
You know who, Warwick. Henry Tudor.
Near here? Will we see him?
No, he's miles away.
Where
No-
is he? And Uncle Richard?
I suppose by now the armies might have met and fought, and it might be all over.
Henry Tudor dead.
Uncle Richard might have been killed as well.
No, it'll be one or the other. Strange, isn't it? We've known his name for so long. When his mother was our guardian, she talked about him all the time, and yet we've never seen him. Now I may never know what he was really like.
I can't understand men fighting for someone they know nothing of.
They think that's the best kind, and they can't be disappointed.
What do you know of Henry Tudor?
Only that he's completely dominated by his uncle, the mad Welsh Earl.
Oxford's close to him too, I believe.
Yes, they stand on either side of him like two gigantic buttresses. In the middle, a blank. It's like building a cathedral and forgetting to put in the spire. Richard of Gloucester had his faults, but at least he was a king and not a nothing.
How much support do you think Henry will find in the country?
None in the north, some in Wales. In the rest of the country, only until they find out that they've lost a king and gained a puppet. Then they'll begin to look around. And what will they find?
Elizabeth of York.
Well, they'd never accept her, not a woman.
And she'll be married to Tudor.
And there's Warwick.
As well as Richard's nephew, he's the next in line, but a boy of 9.
He's simple-minded, too, I've always thought.
His father wasn't exactly the scholar of the age.
Clarence had enough sense to blow in his porridge. His boy hasn't got that much.
No, we've had enough of child kings. I can't see anyone excepting Warwick. That leaves you, sir. The son of Edward IV's sister. The only man with an undoubted claim to the crown.
I am expected.
When they look around for you, will you still be there?
Bring my horse.
You won't travel tonight.
My men know the way.
We shall be going to Abingdon in the morning. Why not wait and travel with us?
I am expected elsewhere. Good night.
So he doesn't want to be king.
What makes you think that?
What do you think, my lord?
I think he doesn't want to travel with us. Not yet.
Well, we'd better get some sleep if we're going to Abingdon in the morning.
Abingdon? Oh, no, not now.
But you said...
No, the Abbot Sante was rather too well known as a supporter of King Richard. Henry Tudor would soon look for us there.
Where, then?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what he'll do. He's king, and yet nobody knows anything about him.
I suppose it's true. About the battle and Uncle Richard. They said it was only rumor.
I feel it's true.
What do we do?
Wait. Wait to hear from Tudor. When his mother talked about him, it sometimes seemed as if she was warning me.
Warning you?
Yes, I remember once she said, he's not like the Plantagenets. He's a Tudor. There's nothing secret about the Plantagenets. They know what they want and they try to get it. But the Tudors have Welsh royal blood in their veins. And that means that there is always something in their hearts which is a mystery to themselves and to everyone else.
And now you'll be married to a mystery.
Don't take it for granted, as his mother did.
But you know it's always been accepted that you should marry him.
Never.
But our father suggested it when Henry Tudor was in Brittany.
But the king didn't mean it. It was only a bait to bring the Tudors to England.
Well, then why did his mother agree?
The Lady Margaret Beaufort would have agreed to anything to get her son on the throne. And if there was even a chance of marrying him to me. After all, whatever anyone says, I am the true heir to the throne. When Uncle Richard usurped it from our brothers, he took it from me, too. Henry Tudor knows that his best hope of claiming the throne and keeping it is to marry me. But he needs my consent, and I may not give it.
But you must.
No. He needs me, but I don't need him. He may have won a battle, but that doesn't mean he can hold the country. Whether he does or not depends on me.
Oh, does it?
Yes, it does. If I marry him, the Yorkists will give him their support. But if I refuse,